Jared. Jared. Jared.
What?
Danger zone.
Do that again.
Danger zone. I was a lot of Archer. So, we've joined ISIS. Not that one, not that one! And you can choose to use that joke whether or not you... So, today we're going to do a cocktail from a well-known Adult Swim, I'm going to go with Adult Swim Comedy Central cartoon named Archer, which follows a group of secret agents just getting up to shenanigans. It's like a play on the classic like James Bond, and it really highlights like the misogyny and just the ridiculous nature of that show. It's fantastic. There's a bunch of cocktails in there that he drinks. Like everyone knows he's a fan of the Bloody Marys and the White Russians and all that stuff. But today we are going to do a cocktail he refers to as the peppermint patty. The peppermint patty is described as being 1 part creme de menthe, 1 part creme de cacao, 1 part peppermint schnapps, topped up with hot chocolate. Now the only issue we actually came into with doing this particular cocktail was we couldn't find peppermint schnapps anywhere. Anyway, it does not exist. So what we're going to do is we're probably going to throw in a little bit extra creme de menthe to get that really minty flavour, and we're just going to use Belvedere vodka for the extra alcohol-y sort of flavour. For those of you who don't watch Archer, it is very, very offensive. It follows in the same sort of air as like Bob's Burgers and Rick and Morty and South Park, Family Guy. It's that edgy sort of in-your-face, on-the-nose sort of humour that only cartoons can get away with. I've tossed up a few different ways of serving up this cocktail. We were going to do it in one of these lovely latte glasses, and then I realised that the amount of alcohol that would be required to do this cocktail would mean that this was basically 2/3 alcohol and 1/3 hot chocolate, and nobody wants that. So, well, actually I want that. So I'm going to go with the larger sort of coffee mug. Ours come from Espresso Demo Freddy, who also supply the coffee for TJ's Bar and Cafe, where I'm currently stood. You can go follow them at TJ's Pinterest on Instagram and Facebook. That's right. I'm going to shout them out this episode. Before I do start throwing alcohol here, I will say that most of you will not have access to one of these. A steam wand. I happen to be in a cafe that has a professional coffee machine in it, so I'm kind of cheating. If you don't have it, I would recommend either doing hot chocolate on a stovetop, which is just blocks of chocolate and milk, either taking the powdered stuff and just sticking in the microwave. That works fine. Basically what you're going for is like a fairly chocolatey hot chocolate. You want it warm and kept to one side. I would recommend probably doing on a stovetop because you'll get that fluffy sort of light texture. Just if you use powder, make sure that you've got no chunks in it, or if you do, just throw it through a strainer. As it were, I'm going to do it the TJ's way, which is we have a pre-made chocolate sauce, and I'm just going to do the designated amount of chocolate, which is in measurements about that much. It's about, I'd say half a shot, like 15 to 20 ml of chocolate sauce. Remember, as always, you're going to go from your cheapest or your worst-ish alcohol to your most expensive. In this case, I'm going to go Belvedere first. I do say that in almost all episodes, and I do almost always put the most expensive one in first, because you want about 3/4 of a shot of creme de cacao. Now there should be a little line you'll be able to see. Got a halfway decent jigger like I do, that actually says 3/4. It's about 22.5 ml. If you really want to be that pedantic. I'm going to go with a full shot of creme de menthe because we don't have peppermint schnapps, and therefore we need the extra mixed flavour. You're actually probably starting to notice now that we are doubling up on ingredients. I did use the creme de menthe in the Pan Galactic episode, which I'm pretty sure is episode 1. I'm was episode 1. Is episode 1. I'm going to go with half a shot of vodka because I don't think this one, while I'm sure Archer put an entire bottle of peppermint schnapps in it because he's an alcoholic, I don't think that you really need that sort of aggressive alcohol upfront burningness to it. So I also have a coffee whisk, which is a weird sort of mini whisk you would give to your children. You obviously, I mean, if you do have one, well done. Otherwise, just use a bar spoon, one of these, or just a teaspoon. Basically, you just want to incorporate your ingredients with your chocolate and stuff. You just want to make sure it's all mixed together. If you are mixing your chocolate with your alcohol, like you've made a syrup, that's fine. It will come out a runny, sort of dark brown poo color. It looks very appetizing. Basically theming these episodes, I forget at least one thing. If you do have a coffee machine, milk needs milk jug. It is called so because it is a jug that one puts milk in. It's very correct. And you're just going to steam that as per program. If you have a milk thermometer, I believe you're looking for somewhere about the 55 to 60 degree mark for your milk. If you don't, it's literally you just hold the jug until it becomes slightly too hot to touch. Like you wouldn't be able to hold your hand there. Make sure to clean your milk while you're just going to pour it in. If you are capable of doing latte art, which I am not very good at, he says doing the perfect art. I do recommend if you are going to serve it in the mug like that, you take one of these chocolate dusters and you just give it a light dusting over the top. He says that was an entire thing of chocolate. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the peppermint patty. That's delicious. It's a that is basically, you can taste the alcohol, like it's got that sort of background sort of hint to it, like if you would know that it's you know that that's got alcohol in it. But other than that, it tastes like a really smooth, really creamy sort of mint hot chocolate, and I could drink 15 of those and then fall over and die. Yeah, so initially you get the sort of vodka comes through, really creamy texture. It sort of melds into that sort of it's mint hot chocolate. Like it tastes like you've put mint chocolate in like milk and you've melted it down the old school like your grandmother or your mother would have made us. Oh, that's tasty. I could drink so many of those. It is goddamn delicious. Damn. Jared, get over here and try this.
Oh, wow.
Speaking to the microphone, just go, damn.
Damn. That's good.
Cool.
That's good.
Get the fuck. I highly recommend that you go and you try some of this at home, especially if it's a cold winter day, you're looking for a nice warm alcoholic beverage to get you. I would say that's a contender. I reckon I'm going to drink about 3 nectars and about 3 of those for dessert. So ladies and gentlemen, this has been another round of Poptail. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm at Review by Lurch. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm at Real Talk Rice. If you want to follow Real Talk on Facebook or Instagram, we are at @RealTalk_PopCulture Discussions. We are on Twitter at Real_Pop. You can go to realtalkpcd.com to read all of our news and articles. Remember to go and follow TJ's at TJ's Pencils on Instagram and Facebook. And as always, guys, keep it real, drink safe.